see how this is looking here. Right, it's on red. I don't know why it's on red. Like, it's normally all good, man. Is that V? Connectivity. No. 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 Just turn everything off, innit? Right, let's try again. Let's try again. Right, we're green. We're green. We're green. We're green. Stop streaming. What's happening now? Is this shit recording? That's the problem with going live. It's a bit of a risk. You don't know if you've not plugged a wire in properly or turned the mic on or whatever. It's just a gamble, innit? Especially when you've had 2 bottles of fucking Echo 4s Rosé. Things are likely to fuck up, aren't they? So it's a bit of a risk. Who's in the chat? Yeah, shout out to Lee Warhurst. What's happening? Nate Diaz. What's going on? Everyone all good, yeah? Just random live today. Random. No planning, nothing really to talk about, nothing. Just thought I'd have a little catch up, see how everyone's getting on. Lucy Smith, hi babe. Is that a real woman though? It's hard to tell on the internet, isn't it? It's a bit of a gamble, isn't it? You know, talking to women online. Did I tell you that I kissed a transsexual one time when I used to work in a club? And this transsexual came in. She looked quite nice. You know, there was a bit of eye contact. There was a bit of sexual chemistry. So we had a little kiss, you know, on the dance floor. And then someone told me afterwards that it was a fucking transsexual, but yeah, it don't matter. What's going on? Everyone all good, yeah? Shout out to Sporting Icons. I did a little podcast with him a while ago. You remember Heavy D? Was he on that podcast as well? I can't remember. I'm sure he was on there as well. You know, the fucking celebrity Big Brother contestant Heavy D. He died young, didn't he? He was about 44, I don't know. I felt like he was just chasing fame, you know, chasing a fucking blue tick, you know, chasing after that viral moment, you know, chasing after like trying to trend on Twitter and Instagram. Heavy D, it's like he wasn't satisfied, you know, in life. He was chasing fame. I think when you start acting like that, it becomes a bit sad. It's a bit sad to see, isn't it? Why does Coogan have bent legs? I don't know, he looks a bit... I don't know, Coogan, did you see that podcast with Coogan the other day? He did like a 2-hour podcast, you know, with this guy called Marvin Herbert, you know what I mean? And Coogan told a story about when he was a little kid. He went to a swimming pool with 2 of his little mates, and you know, 2 racist white kids, they pushed Coogan's head, you know, under the water and said, die, fucking... I can't really say the word, you know, the P word to describe Asians. I can't say it because YouTube will shut this fucking video down. But these racist white kids, they held Coogan's head under the water. And he said, die, fucking die. That was quite an interesting story, wasn't it? The YB wants you in a charity boxing match. All proceeds go to Coogan's bent legs. Yeah, you say that. You say this fucking little YB bitch wants a charity match and he wants to fucking get it on with me, and he's saying that he's got his fucking knee on my neck or whatever. But you're not on camera, are you? I could walk past you in the streets today and I won't fucking know who you are because you're fucking hiding behind photos. Get on camera and call Tyson Fury Tyson Fury, and Billy Joe Saunders Billy Ho Saunders, and Usyk you suck, and Robert McCracken. You know, call him that to his face. You know Robert McCracken, he was a fucking world boxing champion. So say that to his face, innit? Don't fucking hide behind photos and that. It's a cowardly move, innit, from that fucking YB bitch. People send me little clips of him talking his bullshit, but you're not on camera, are you? So you're not really standing like behind your words, you know what I mean? Like, Joshua knows what I look like. I've trolled Joshua and he came up to me and he put it on me because he knows what I look like. So do that, innit? If you're gonna dislike Tyson Fury and Billy Ho Saunders, be on camera. It's like that Porky's Corner. He was dissing Baby Ting the other day, wasn't he? He did a little video, you know, dissing Baby Ting, you know, saying that Baby Ting, you know, he was saying, yeah, I nearly put it on Deontay Wilder, you know, me and Dillian, we nearly put it on him, So this fucking Porky, he's like saying, well, it's alright trying to act like a Compton gangster, but less talk, more action, innit? You're saying, oh, I was going to put it on Deontay Wilder, but why didn't you? That's what this fucking Porky is saying about Baby Ting. And he's saying, like, you know, when Baby Ting was on an aeroplane, you know, in the air, and that fucking idiot was trying to, like, jump out of the aeroplane, you know, and it was thousands of feet in the air. You know, Baby Ting, he said he went up to him and started bashing him about a bit, you know, and started bending him up a bit. So this fucking Porky is saying to Baby Ting, you know, you're trying to act like you're a Compton gangster. You know, saving Joshua Taylor. You know, and he was getting bullied by those fuckers. You know, in his last fight, they were trying to bully him up, weren't they? Josh Taylor. And Baby Ting said that he saved Josh Taylor, you know, and he took him backstage, you know, and took him to safety. You know, he fought off all these fucking Mexicans, Baby Ting. That's what he said. He fought them all off. And he carried Josh Taylor, you know, to safety. You know, like a big superhero. So this Porky is dissing him. He's calling him a fake gangster. But at least he's on camera, you know, that fucking Porky. That fucking pork. At least he's on camera. So, you know, if Baby Ting sees him, Baby Ting can say to him, what did you say about me? What did you say about me in your videos? You know, like how Joshua did to me. So, you know, people like me and fucking pork, you know, we're trolling, but we're on camera. So that fucking YB bitch, you know, he's fucking hiding, isn't he? But you know what I like about these little alternative channels? You know, like that little YB bitch and fucking pork. It's just different, innit? You know what I mean? You know, these IFL fuckers, they're biased, aren't they? They're all pro Matchroom, Eddie Earn, MTK Global, Everlast. You know what I mean? They're fucking biased, aren't they? Like, you know, when there was that little documentary about Daniel Kinahan, you know, where Barry McGuigan was slagging off Daniel Kinahan and MTK Global. You know, those fucking IFL fuckers, Coogan, and all the rest of them. You know, after that documentary, they started running around like headless chickens, you know, trying to interview as many people in boxing who are associated with MTK Global, you know, knowing full well that they're gonna fucking praise Daniel Kinahan and MTK Global. You know, people like Boxer Size Ben and fucking Spencer Fearon, who's got a little title on it. What's his title? I think he's the head of the MTK Global Foundation. Spencer Fearon, the knowledge. So obviously he's going to say good things in here about Daniel Kinahan and MTK Global. So you know those IFL fuckers, they're being a bit biased, aren't they? They're fucking interviewing people who they know are going to speak highly of MTK Global. So you know these little fuckers like that YB bitch and that fucking pork. You know, it's kind of good to hear, innit? Even though their videos are trash, their videos are garbage. It's nice to have like a different opinion, you know, and perspective. It's just nice to see, innit? Instead of listening to this fucking MTK Global, Eddie Earn, Matchroom propaganda machine, those IFL fuckers. Something different, innit? You know what I did the other night? I went on a night out, you know, with James Helder. That's quite interesting, isn't it? You know, James Helder, he's got a little shit football channel on it. You know, he's interviewing footballers, you know, from the 40s. You know, who nobody really remembers. So he's like on the football scene, you know, at a low level. Well, he came to Sheffield because he was doing a bit of filming, you know, a bit of filming for his channel, and I think he's got a little fucking whatever. He was doing a bit of filming, yeah. He was interviewing some footballers, you know, from the 40s. And he messaged me when he got to Sheffield saying, yeah, I'm in Sheffield, do you fancy meeting up? So we met up, me and James Helder, you know, and we went to town, you know, and had a few drinks and that. And we had a little chat, you know, a little catch up. And it was quite interesting. Obviously, I was trying to like find out exactly what happened, you know, between him and Coogan. I was trying to fucking like get to the bottom of it, but he was a bit like hesitant, you know, to like tell me what happened. Because he said, if I tell you, you're going to talk about it in your videos. Which I probably would, to be honest with you. Because it's fucking interesting, innit? But he didn't really get to the point and say exactly what happened, you know, in the fallout between him and Coogan. But I knew for a fact that there was a bit of tension between the two of them. Because anytime, like, I mentioned Coogan's name, yeah, like I'd say something like, who was the first one to interview Anthony Joshua out of you and Coogan? James Helder would say, oh, it was the other guy. Do you know what I mean? The other guy. So he couldn't even bring himself to say Coogan's name. Anytime he referred to Coogan, he'd say that other guy. So I could tell that there was a bit of hatred. And a bit of animosity, you know, between the two of them. And James, he was like saying, oh, when Dave Allen put socks down his pants, that was the highest viewed IFL video of all time. And I was the one who fucking recorded that video, not that other guy. It was me who recorded that and got the channel 10, 15 million views. It was me who did that, not the other guy. So, you know, the fact that you can't fucking mention Coogan's name, it suggests that they had a big fallout, didn't it? And I think James has got a bit of beef, you know, with Dillian Whyte as well. I think those two have had a bit of a fallout. Because, like, you know, when fucking James left IFL and he was like pretty much on job seekers allowance, Dillian Whyte set up a YouTube channel. Dillian Whyte's got a YouTube channel, but I don't think he really posts anything. I never really see anything. But Dillian Whyte set up a YouTube channel, and like James Helder, you know, he was like saying like, why isn't Dillian getting me to record it, you know, and hold the camera and do the editing? He knows I'm out of a job and I'm on job seekers allowance. So why is he asking some random guy to hold the camera when he knows I'm out of a job? So James Helder kind of took it personally. And he rang Dillian, you know, to ask him about why Dillian didn't give him a job holding the camera. And Dillian didn't answer his phone. So then James Helder sent Dillian Whyte a message saying, do me a favour, just delete my fucking number. You know, and they haven't spoke since. So he seems a bit bitter, James Helder. He seems a bit really fucking bitter. I think Coogan messed him up, you know, mentally, psychologically. I think Coogan fucked him up, you know, and destroyed his faith in humanity. Because he seemed really bitter and he was like drinking and fucking really trying to drown his sorrows. And I don't know, I think Coogan fucked him up. But that's what Coogan's like, innit? You know, telling me to be safe and all that. He tried to fucking get in my mind, didn't he? He tried to, like, get in my mind, you know, like trying to fucking indirectly tell me to watch my back, be safe. That's what he was doing, Money Coogan. He was trying to fuck me up mentally, but it didn't work. It didn't fucking work. I've made thousands and thousands of pounds from Be Safe t-shirts. So, you know, you fucking telling me to be safe, trying to get into my mind. It didn't work. It fucking backfired. Because I made thousands and thousands of pounds selling Be Safe t-shirts. So, you know, your little plan to try and fuck me up mentally, it didn't work. But I think it worked with James Helder, because when I went out with him the other night, he was drinking and fucking drinking and having a go at Coogan and saying that guy isn't responsible for the success of IFL. I'm the one who got the 15 million views recording Dave Allen with socks down his pants. I'm that guy who did that fucking kind of like numbers. So he seems a bit bitter. And like, you know, Boxing Addy. Have you ever heard of Boxing Talk with Addy? He's got like a little football channel, you know, on a Talk Sport, you know, interviewing like Andy Cole and Paul Ince and Sol Campbell and Emil Heskey. So I said to James, why don't you try and get a job on Talk Sport, you know, in the football field, like Boxing Talk with Addy? And James was like, well, yeah, that Boxing Addy, you know, he's only got the job because he's black, you know, and he ticks a box, you know, and he's got the fucking face for the camera, you know, he ticks the black box, you know, it's all about equality now, isn't it? Equality, and he's black and he ticks the box, you know, like Johnny Nelson on Sky Sports. So James Helder was like kind of having a little dig at that fucking Boxing Talk with Addy, wasn't he? He seemed a bit resentful. Coogan fucked him up, didn't he? Yeah, he fucked him up, man. What's going on here? What's everyone up to in the comments? Yeah, Shannon Contney was involved in a little car crash, wasn't she? You know, when I heard that she was involved in a car crash, I started to get a bit excited, you know. I was hoping that her injuries from the car crash would fucking prevent her from boxing again. Because she like swans around Watford, you know, with her little fucking belt. Her little fake world title belt. Do you know what I mean? She was ranked number 9 or 8, you know, in the WBA rankings. And she beat someone who's like ranked number 9. But yet Shannon Contney still goes around Watford, you know, with her little silly belt, saying, yeah, I'm a world champion, I've created history. I've fucking created history. Being the first woman boxing world champion from Watford. So, you know, when I heard that she had a car crash, I started to get a bit excited, you know. But it turns out that she only had like minor injuries. And it was a bit fucking irritating. What happened to trolling Sam Jones? Be safe. You know what? I was on the verge of trolling Sam Jones, yeah. But he sent me a nice little message saying, yeah, I really like your videos. I wasn't having a go at you. You know, I'm a fan of you. Yeah, I watch your videos. Don't take it personally. You know, he was trying to act all nice and friendly, wasn't he? And like, I'm not a bully. I'm not the kind of guy who fucking bullies people. You know what I mean? If someone waves like the white flag, it's like the Black Critter. You know, when I went to London to put it on him and he had to quickly go to Spain, conveniently, he started messaging me, you know, from Spain, saying, oh, I'm only messing about, you know. I'm just doing it for a bit of hype and a bit of publicity. And, you know, my mom neglected me when I was a kid. So I'm trying to get hype and attention. And I was like, all right, cool. You know, I'm not going to go too hard on you unless you fucking start talking bullshit again. You know, the Black Critter, he like waved the white flag. You know, pretty much begging me for peace. So I'm not a fucking bully, man. So I've let the Black Critter fucking... I've let him relax. Now I'm on this little YB bitch. Hiding behind his fucking photos, man. Shout out to Sogji for the super chat. Did you watch the 2-hour interview with Coogan on Nothing But The Truth on YouTube? I did, you know. Someone sent me the video and I was a bit excited, you know, to watch it. You know, see what Coogan's like under pressure. You know, getting interviewed for a change. And he got interviewed by a guy called Marvin Herbert. You know, who's fucking... He's got a dodgy eye, hasn't he? I think he's got a glass eye. He's the founder, you know, of MTK Global, or the co-founder. So he's probably involved in crime. So I think somebody like stabbed him in his eyeball. And he's got like a scar, you know, and a fucking glass eye. And he was like doing a podcast with Coogan. And this Marvin Herbert, he just kept talking. He kept talking over Coogan, you know what I mean? I wanted Coogan to talk fucking facts. You know, and talk real talk about James Helder and what happened with that. Because he's kept quite quiet on it, Coogan. So I wanted that fucking Marvin Herbert to like really put it on Coogan and ask him some real good questions. But that Marvin Herbert, he fucked up. He was just talking and talking and just saying, yeah, Coogan, I think you're brilliant. You know, you've come a long way. You used to be overweight. Now you're in shape. You know, you're fucking doing really well with your YouTube channel, and, you know, you're fucking doing really well, and you're a pioneer and all this. He was basically just arse kissing him. So I just kind of switched off. I just thought, this is no good, man. It's fucking arse kissing. I can't be doing with it. That's why I don't really like these alternate channels like that little YB bitch and fucking pork. But it's a bit different, isn't it? I just watched Coogan's little press conference, you know, with Josh Taylor. You know, and it was just, I don't know, Josh Taylor was like saying, yeah, fucking, I want to thank the fans, and I want to thank my fiance, you know, for being with me through thick and thin, and, you know, for sticking with me from the start and all this. It's all well and good, isn't it? But it's just not interesting at all. Fucking Deontay Wilder with his headphones on. That was a shit press conference, wasn't it? That was garbage. Tyson Fury with his top off, and Bob Arum, he's going senile, innit? He didn't know what was going on, did he, Bob Arum? He was just saying anything. He just said anything, didn't he? He didn't know what fucking day of the week it was. It was a bit of a shit press conference. You know, the stare out, you know, the stare down at the end was quite long, wasn't it? That dragged on, didn't it? How do you know when to walk away? You know, when you're doing like a face-off, you know, with a boxer. How do you know when to leave? Because you can't just... You know, when I did like a face-off with Joshua. Alright, just give me 1 second, yeah. I need to read this super chat, because people are giving me money, aren't they? And like... Sometimes I forget to read it. So I'm going to read this super chat. Then I'm going to get back to what I was just saying, innit? About Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder's fucking face-off that was dragging on, wasn't it? Right, shout out to The Path for the super chat. What does your week look like Monday to Sunday? What do you do? Make sure you be safe, Ramanathan. Yeah, you know what? I'm grateful for the super chat money and that, but it wasn't really worth me like stopping what I was saying, you know, just to fucking read that. Because I was going to talk about something really interesting, but I got interrupted, you know, by that super chat. What did he say? What do I do? What does my week look like Monday to Sunday? It's pretty much just fucking wanking, talking to women on Tinder, you know, trying to get them round. Drinking a bit of Echo Falls, watching a few boxing videos, you know, trying to get a bit of content, but it's normally dead, innit? You know, those IFL fuckers doing Zoom chats with Gareth A. Davis and fucking Boxer-sized Ben and Spencer Fear and the Knowledge. It's not really interesting, is it? So my weeks are quite boring. I've started training again, so, you know, doing a bit of boxing. So I won't mind having like a little 4-round exhibition fight, but hitting the bags, it's not the real deal, is it? It's not the real thing. I had a little spliff, you know, with James Helder as well. We had a little spliff. We had a nice little smoke, you know, in the fucking car, because I was like drink driving. I picked him up in town and we was like driving around, drinking and smoking and that. You know, having a good time. He was like indirectly slagging off Coogan, saying, yeah, I'm responsible for getting that MTK Global contract, and I was the one who got the most highest views on IFL. You know, it was me, not the other guy. So there's definitely a bit of fucking resentment there, isn't there? But what I was saying before, like Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder were like staring at each other for fucking ages. Just staring. And I was like thinking to myself, like surely they can't fucking just stand there like all day and all night. Like eventually you're gonna have to like fuck it off, aren't you? You're gonna need a piss. Or you're gonna have to fucking whatever. But they were just staring at each other for fucking ages. And I was like watching and I was thinking, who's going to walk away first? Because whoever walks away first, they've kind of like shown like a little sign of weakness, haven't they? And I was watching it and then fucking Deontay Wilder fucked off, didn't he? And like people were saying it's similar to Tyson Fury, you know, being in the sauna with Klitschko. Tyson Fury said he was in the sauna with Klitschko and he was waiting for Klitschko to get out first, you know, and fold under the pressure of the heat. And Klitschko was looking at Tyson thinking, he's going to get out before me. I'm not getting out before him. And there was a bit of like tension, weren't there? A bit of competition, you know, in the sauna. And it was quite interesting. But Beyonce fucked off first, didn't he? So I think Tyson got the little psychological edge. You know, like he did against Klitschko in the sauna. I used to sit in saunas with Brendan Ingle, yeah. We used to go to saunas. Not brothels, like actual saunas. And I used to love it because we used to sit in the sauna and he used to talk to me about Nas, you know, and Harold Graham and Johnny Nelson and Kell Brook. And the Spice Boy Ryan Rhodes and all these fucking Ingle Gym legends. And it was interesting. And he said that Nas used to say to Brendan, no, I'm not doing this fucking training today. I'll do what I want to do. Yeah? I'm paying you, so I'm your boss. So we'll do what training I say we're going to fucking do. Not what you told me we're going to do. And that's what Brendan said that Nas was acting like, you know, when he started to secure the bag, you know, when he started to get those millions and millions. Nas started to become a bit of a fucking control freak, you know, like Deontay Wilder wearing those headphones, you know, at the press conference with Tyson Fury. And that fucking woman, Christina Poncher, she was like tapping him, you know, like trying to like get him to take the headphones off. But Malik Scott said that he's too stubborn. He's not going to fucking take the headphones off. You know, he does it his own way. And it's the same with Nas, innit? You know, Nas crashing into that guy at 100 miles an hour and paralysing him. And then just fucking leaving him there paralysed and getting out and running off. I did that the other day, you know. I reversed into a car and I kind of pussed it out like Nas. And I quickly drove off because the car was like parked up. And it was about 1 a.m. and I fucking did a little snidey Coogan move, you know, and just drove off after fucking crashing into somebody. Into their parked car. Yeah, it was a bit fucked up, wasn't it? Right, a few more questions, yeah? R.I.P. Kirtland Lang. Yeah, you know what? This guy messaged me the other day. Someone commented on one of these lives. I think it was the last live that I did. And he was like, R.I.P. Kirtland Lang. You know, the guy who beat Roberto Duran, who died recently. And I started having a go at him, you know what I mean? Saying, yeah, it's all right you commenting on here, on these lives, saying R.I.P. Kirtland Lang. But did you get in touch with him when he was alive? You know, when he was homeless? Did you get in touch with him and give him a little sandwich and a little drink? You fucking didn't, did you? So it's all right you commenting on here saying R.I.P. Kirtland Lang. But what did you do for him when he was alive? You know what I mean? You know, the Boxing News magazine, Kirtland Lang, they put him on the front cover, you know, with the nice little fancy title, the gifted one, you know, because he beat Roberto Duran. But why didn't you put that on there when he was fucking alive? You know, so he could have seen the magazine and he could have felt really good about himself and really fucking proud. You know, and showing his little homeless mates that he's on the front of the Boxing News magazine. It's alright doing it now, but he's not alive to see it, is he? R.I.P. to your gay uncle. Yeah, thanks for that. My gay uncle died about 2 weeks ago. It was his funeral a couple of days ago. I've got two gay uncles, a black one and a white one. And the white one died. You know, the black one, my black gay uncle, he's never officially come out. Because like black people are a bit homophobic, aren't they? So, you know, if my black gay uncle came out and said, I like cock, you know, his fucking black family members, they would have beat the fuck out of him. So my black gay uncle is like in the closet, but my white gay uncle, he was out of the closet. You know, gay pride and all that. He was like that. So I went to his funeral the other day and there was a nice woman that I'm related to who looked fucking hot. I think she's like my second cousin. And there's a photo of me and her, you know, on my Instagram highlights. She's fucking nice. I don't really care if she's my fucking second cousin. I think I'd fucking bang her. You know what I mean? Even if it is incest. I don't really care. There's a photo on my Instagram, you know, of me and my nice, attractive cousin. And it was quite nice meeting her. Yeah, man. Incest. She's about 16, Ty. She's not 16 at all. She's about 21. She's not 16 at all. Now don't try and tar me with that fucking Adam Smith brush. Or that fucking Barry Hearns' mate, Jeffrey Epstein's brush. Don't try and fucking tar me with that at all. She's about 21. You know what I mean? Carlos Baldemir, you know, the guy who boxed Mayweather. He fucking banged his 9-year-old daughter. So don't try and put me in that fucking category at all. My cousin's 21. So she's at a decent age. "16 is old enough, you can't go to prison." Yeah, I know. I don't want to go down that path, man. Shout out to Mr. Will Guitar for the super chat. You think Wilder is like a modern day Foreman? Lode said that George Foreman's ungainly. Hold on a minute. Sorry, it's going too fast. Hold on a sec. Do you think Deontay Wilder is like the modern George Foreman? Lode said George Foreman ungainly, no technique, etc. But if he can hit them, the fight is over. Seems the same. Yeah, I know what you're saying, yeah, but Deontay Wilder, he didn't hit Tyson Fury, did he? You know, in the rematch. So it's like Nassim Hamed against Barrera, isn't he? You know, Naz, before the fight with Barrera, he was saying all it takes is one punch. All I have to do is land one punch. You know, he's not going to be able to get through 12 rounds, which is 36 minutes without getting caught once. You know, and Nas caught him a few times and he just took it. So I don't know. You know, relying on one punch, it's not the best fucking idea, is it? But yeah, George Foreman, he's made a load of money, you know, from his little grills. You know, his George Foreman grills. I've got a fucking grill. And I think he made more money, you know, from the grills than he did from boxing, like Ali and Joe Frazier. So he's done quite well. So I don't mind if he got fucked up by Ali, you know, he's fucking secured the bag, hasn't he? It's all about the bag. It's all about the fucking bag. People keep messaging me saying, yeah, I'm thinking about setting up a YouTube boxing channel, yeah. Just fucking set up the channel and stop talking about it, yeah? Less talk, more action. This is so easy. I'm nearly a fucking millionaire. You know, from these fucking videos, just sitting here talking a load of shit, getting ad revenue, getting Patreon subscription money. Shout out to the people who have subscribed. Selling shit merch like this. Fucking investing in like cryptocurrency. Just set up a fucking channel and stop talking about it. How hard is this? I'm just sat here now, yeah, drinking Echo Falls Rosé. I'm getting paid. So just fucking do it and stop talking about it. It's fucking easy money, man. It's not hard to get £1 million. You know, if you're consistent and you're getting some good views and you set up a subscription page on Patreon and you start selling some shit merch like this, you know, and you invest the money in like whatever, Amazon, Apple, Google, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, you know, just fucking use your brain, man. Use your fucking brain and just get on the money. Stop chasing after women on Tinder. You're not gonna fuck them. These women on Tinder, they're on there to get compliments, to give themselves a bit of self-esteem and a bit of an ego boost. You're not going to meet them. They're not on there for sexual reasons. They're on there to get a bit of an ego boost. Because obviously they want to look like these Instagram models, but they're not on that level. So then they go on a dating app like Tinder and they want a load of fucking men to say, you're beautiful, you're stunning, you're amazing, wow, you're 10 out of 10. But they're not. They're fucking hiding behind their filtered pictures, so you're not going to fuck them. So just go on a site called Viva Street and just hire an escort for 40 quid and get guaranteed sex out of them. And stop fucking giving these women on Tinder compliments, because you're not going to fuck them. It's wishful thinking, innit? It's fucking not gonna happen, man. I used to be on there, you know what I mean? And I used to talk to women and that and this and that. And I used to say, yeah, you look quite nice. But it never resulted in a fuck, hardly. Probably 5% of the time I'd get a fuck out of it. But most of the time, the women just took my compliments and used it to give themselves a bit of self-esteem, a bit of an ego boost. But I ain't got time for that. If I'm not fucking you, then I ain't got time to give you a lot of compliments and give you a little ego boost and try and help you feel good about yourself. Do you know what I mean? I ain't got time for all that. I don't want to sound horrible, but it's just true, innit? I'd rather just go on a site and just pay for it. Because like time is money as well. You know why you're spending weeks and weeks and weeks talking to women, giving them a load of compliments on Tinder? Time is money. So you invest in your time, and you could be spending that time setting up a YouTube channel like this and getting paid thousands and thousands of pounds from ad revenue. and selling fucking shit merch like this. Instead of wasting your time giving these women compliments. These fucking women who have got 5 kids to 5 different men. You're fucking wasting your time, man. Just set up a YouTube channel instead, like Joe Rogan. Or that little fucking YB bitch. You know that little fucking YB bitch? He's trolling, he's hiding behind photos. But he's putting adverts, you know, in his videos every minute. Saying he's got his fucking foot on my neck. No doubt. No doubt. That's what he says though, innit? I'll slap him up. If he ever shows the courage to get on camera. Tyson Fury. Robert McCracken. Say that to his face. He was a world champion boxer. Say that to his face, you know what I mean? You know when Anthony Joshua put it on me, yeah? And he told me to get the fuck out of his gym. We did like a little face-off, you know, like Tyson Fury did with Deontay Wilder, you know, in that press conference the other day. That's what me and Joshua did. But I eventually, yeah, thought, fuck you, I can't stand here all day and all night. So like we both started to go our separate ways. And you know when I left the gym, Robert McCracken came out of the gym, you know, with his bag, and he like got into his car was parked up outside. And you know when Robert McCracken like walked out of the gym, I thought about attacking him, you know, to try and like get to Joshua by going for like the weakest option, Robert McCracken. But that's cowardly, innit? That's cowardly. Robert McCracken's a fucking classy guy. He's respectable, innit? He's a nice family man. You know what I mean? He's a good trainer. He never chases clout. He never tries to milk Joshua's name for sexual reasons like fucking AKA skins. So you know the thought of me attacking Robert McCracken to try and get to Joshua, you know, it's a bit of a baby thing, innit? But that's what that YB bitch is like. He's trying to put it on people, innit? Hiding behind a photo. You know, taking the easy option. Right, shout out to Darren Hill for the super chat. Here is a $5 towards your $1 million. Would you fight Naz in an exhibition? You mean the Nassim Hamed of today? Yeah, I'd fight him. And I think I'd fuck him up, but he's a fat cunt, innit? You know, he's not. Someone who knows Naz said that Nassim Hamed, he wakes up at 1 PM every day. You know, because he's rich and he's fat and he's just eating and he's just like, whatever, I'll get up when I feel like it. So I'll get up at 1 PM. So he gets up at 1 PM, don't he, Naz? And he's just living life, innit? So yeah, I think I'd fuck him up. But I wish Naz was around today, you know, in this day and age, you know, with social media. Would have been really interesting, you know, when he said to Chris Eubank, which camera shall I look in to tell Chris Eubank to call it a day? Yeah, pack it in. You haven't got that knockout power, yeah? You need to brook them up. You know, it's all right swanning around in your little fancy houses that you haven't even paid for, saying, when I beat fucking George Groves, I'm going to buy this house. But you did, you? And that's what fucking Naz was saying. It's all right swanning around these little fancy houses, saying, I'm going to buy this fancy house when I beat George Groves. But you didn't, did you? So Naz, I like him. You have to brook them up, you know, brooking up that guy, crashing into him and leaving him paralysed. That was quite interesting, wasn't it? Right. Shout out to Sojit Singh for the super chat. Malik Scott mentioned Mike Tyson's quote, being punched in the face won't win a fight is wrong. Didn't happen to him against Deontay Wilder. Send me that again, because I need a piss, you know. I need to fucking go for a piss, and this internet said that it's kind of slowed down. So I'm going to stop this live, go for a piss, recharge, and then I'm going to go live again, yeah. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and try and tune into my next live.